Hello everybody out there in Spec 2 land. It's Matt Arnold speaking to you again through the wonders of Camtasia and screen capture. And today what I wanted to do was my reflection through a couple of pieces of tech. One of course being the screencast or screen capture that I'm doing here. And the other piece is for anyone who is in a board that has Google Apps. There is another mind mapping piece of software that you can get through Google Drive called Lucidchart, and by extension to that, a fairly robust publishing program, a lot like Microsoft Publisher, and it's free as well, through your subscription to Google Apps, called Lucid Press. So what I did is I made a mind map to reflect on my learning, because that really helps me summarize what my thoughts are and put it down into something that I can expand upon in a situation like this. So first, to create a mind map within Google Drive, or to create a Lucidchart mind map, I would go to New. And what I did before this is an app that I would have included in my settings, or I would have linked to Drive. So if I go to Settings, and then I go to Manage Apps, within apps, you can see here that I've connected Lucidchart and Lucid Press here. But if I wanted to add those apps, I could simply go to Connect More Apps, and then I would type in Lucidchart. And hit Enter. And there you go. So as you can see, I have already connected this to my Google Apps. So once I've done that, I can go to New, and then I can go to More and pick from the list of apps that I have connected to Google Drive. And you can see down here there's also the Connect More Apps button that you can find. And I'll make it a little bigger, do it one more time. So New and More, and then Lucidchart. So the students in my class have found this very helpful, especially for the ones with SIA technology computers who no longer have bright ideas on desktop. Not that they don't have any bright ideas, but they don't have the software called Bright Ideas on their Windows-based laptops anymore. Okay, so I have used Lucidchart, and I have created from a template a mind map. A mind map that helps me best put down visually what I picked up from this course in summary. So in the middle of my mind map, I have how are all learners accepted and included within the school community. Well, the three keywords that I came up with were supports, or support, success, and then collaboration. So support, success, and collaboration. And let's go through those one by one. So some examples under success, and this is where I find students build confidence and build resiliency, is when they start to experience success. And many of these students, as we know, are students that have not experienced a lot of success in the past. But what is very important to focus upon, especially in things like transition plans and SMART goals and goal setting, are the successes that the students achieve in this, and the successes for ourselves as learners as well, and collaborators in student learning. Another important piece is revisiting the goals, and also making the goals incremental, celebrating the incremental successes. So a student that, say, for example, is struggling just getting to school, then once a week for 4 weeks in a row is a success for them, and it's something that can be celebrated, and welcoming them into the class and such. Or a student that's recovering from, say, an acquired brain injury such as a concussion, that it's great that they're there, and it's great that they're able to stay for a period of time, or it's great that they are finding strategies that they can deal with the anxiety that's been created with their brain injury. The next part is support. So we have success, and then we have support. So vital to know in this case is that it's not just support for the students, but support for us as learners and support for us as colleagues. Maintaining a work-life balance, because the folks that are on the front lines in a social services capacity, like the folks that work in any classroom for that matter. But if you're working all day with students that experience high levels of learning needs, work-life balance is important, and it's important to know that you have supports within your school community to be able to go to when you need that help as well. And to realize that no one is alone, and that's one hard lesson that I had to learn early in my career, is that no one is alone. You can go to people and you can talk to people, and you do not have to experience what I have heard before is this suck it up mentality. So put your head down and get it done yourself, because other people want to help and they're there to help. And everyone is there as a community of learners and supports for the students, but also for you. So some tools for support: we have universal design for learning. We have the IEPs that we can refer back to, and knowing that those IEPs as well are collaborative documents. You can add to those IEPs and you can add strategies for the teachers that are going to have those students in the future, that it is a changing document. And finally, tech, which is something that I've tried to use in this course to show folks a few other examples of how tech can support all learners and can in fact help students build confidence in the classroom. If they are the experts with their assistive tech, they become the experts who can show other students in that class, especially in an integrated classroom, how to use it and how to use it effectively. So they become the experts and other students look to them to help them with that. That also builds into 21st century skills and employability skills and helps students build more confidence. And finally, further to support, and a good segue into this, is collaboration. So knowing that this is a collaborative process, and the collaborative process includes what I call the in-school team, or when you're at the school itself. So the CERTs, the in-school teams, the resource department, the classroom teachers, and the student themselves. And outside of that, what was incredibly evident to me was the ease of access and the amount of access that's out there. And a big thanks to Monica for exposing us to so many of the wonderful resources, which I am going to refer back to in my career for sure, and the resources I've built up outside of this, that I can simply click on links now. I've created multiple bibliographies that I can refer back to find information and so on, and letting parents know throughout this process where that information is and the ease of access to that information. Okay, that's about it for today. That's my final reflection for the course. Thanks to Monica and thanks to everybody else for responding and participating. I am now going to go back through and respond to a few other folks and try to put down some final and meaningful responses and replies to your posts, since that's something I haven't been doing for the past couple of days. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. I appreciate it. I've enjoyed myself a great deal professionally with everybody else. I'll talk to you all soon.